May is National Foster Care Month, so I'm speaking with Candace from In His Hands Children's Home located in Trinidad, Texas. They focus on all things foster care, so I wanted to bring her on and share a little bit about what they do and all of the great impact that they're making. So, Candace, if you would give us a little bit more information about yourself and In His Hands.
Yes, hi, I'm Candace Roberts. I am the licensed child care administrator for In His Hands Children's Home. We are a group home for girls in foster care. We are licensed by the state. We can take up to 20 girls, and they're all from Child Protective Services. Right now, we have 18 wonderful kiddos. We're just kind of like an extra large foster home.
Thank you for that, Candace. So we're just going to dive in with a little more about what you do. So the very first question we have is, how many children are in your care?
So right now we have currently 18. We can have up to 20, and we like to focus on siblings. So we really like keeping sisters together. And because we're licensed for 20, we can take a big group of siblings. Most foster homes wouldn't be able to take up to 4 sisters, but we can. So yeah.
And what is the average length of care? I know every child is different based on their situation, but what do you typically see?
We really prefer to have children more long-term. We're about to hit a year with a couple of girls, and then we've had some girls for 2 years before. But typically, they could stay with us anywhere from 2 or 3 months to 6 to 8 months. That would be kind of more the typical range.
And what is the primary goal of foster care?
So when kids first come into CPS care, the primary goal is always family reunification. And then there's a secondary goal that's typically to be with a relative, like relative adoption or relative conservatorship. And then at the 5th month and the 9th month of the child's case, those goals are reevaluated to determine what's in the best interest for the case.
What is a typical day in the life working in your foster home?
Yeah, so a day in the life for a kiddo at the children's home. Right now we're in school, and so they get up in the morning, get ready, they go to school, they have breakfast there. It's public school, but it's really tiny, so it's nice they get, kind of individual attention there. Then when they get home, homework, cleaning up their room, eating dinner. We eat an early dinner because everybody's always hungry. And then just kind of living a normal life, playing Nintendo or watching TV, playing Barbies and babies. Barbies and babies are popular out here. But then on the weekends, we try to have something fun. So this past weekend, we went to the lake and went out on the boat. We try to give the girls experiences that they typically wouldn't get anywhere else or typically have not had in their life. Something small, though, like a birthday party, is a big experience for them. We had a little girl who came to us, and she was having her 9th birthday, and it was her first party. So little things like that to us are a big deal to them, but we also do things like that are a big deal. Last year we went to meet elephants, and so once in a lifetime experiences we try to give these girls, and then just every day, a day in the life in between.
Can you describe some misconceptions that people generally have about foster care?
I think that there's a lot of things that you could dive into with misconceptions about foster care. I think for In His Hands Children's Home, one of the things that people think when they come to work here is that they think it's going to be all sunshine and rainbows and they're just going to get to rock a baby every day. And no, it's not like that. It's kind of chaos out here, but it's fun chaos, and we love it, and we love these kids. But there are a lot of misconceptions in foster care, but I think that this work is such a big ministry, and we're thankful that we get to do it. Even though we're working with the state, there are benefits to that too. So,
on a more serious note, how do you handle loving a child in your care and then ultimately having to say goodbye?
I think that it is difficult because we are not a long-term placement. Like, we can't adopt kids out here, and sometimes we just wish that we could keep them forever. We have really built a relationship currently with a lot of the girls that have been here for a long time, and so it is really hard. I think that it helps whenever we know where they're going. Sometimes we don't, and that's really hard. But whenever some girls have gone home to their mom, we have built a relationship with that parent through visits and things. And so it's really nice to keep that relationship. We still get pictures from those moms and, get to see that they're doing well. or support them and if they needed anything. I think that if kids leave us to go to an adoptive home, it's a celebration more because we are celebrating with them that they are going to their forever family and that this is a great place. And so it's more exciting. It is still hard because we love these kids and we wish that we could keep them forever. It's really hard whenever we don't know where they're going or we haven't heard from them in forever. And it's also really hard when CPS maybe makes a decision that we're not included on and we know nothing. That's really difficult. It's a different mental game out here because this is a facility versus like a foster home is a different mind game. You're integrating this child into your home and your life.
Yeah.
These children are our home and they are our life. So it's like a totally different mindset. And we know when they come to us that we're going to have to say goodbye, but that doesn't always make it easier.
Right. 100%. Can you give an example of one of the most rewarding experiences you've had so far?
I think that there's a lot of rewarding moments here. I think that one of the most recent things for me personally that was really rewarding is that over spring break we went to Fritz Adventure Park in the Colony, and they have this huge ropes course that's like 3 levels. And we had already been previously because foster kids get in for free. So that's awesome. We went back again. This girl who had been with me before, she is 10 now. She had gone up with me the first time we went, but chickened out and was crying. So this last time we went again, and she was brave enough to do the whole ropes course. She did it. She was so scared, but I was so proud of her. And I was like, that's my girl. And so just rewarding moments like that. I'm sure I'll never forget that one. It was a big one for me, but I know that there are so many others.
What are some things that people can do to help support children in foster care?
Supporting foster families with babysitting, trainings, things like that. I think that that's a big deal. For In His Hands Children's Home, I think just raising awareness, because so many people are like, local to me, have said, we've never heard of you. And I'm like, how have you not heard of us? So just raising awareness for places that advocate for children. I think that those are all good options.
And I know at the end of the month of May, it's foster parent awareness. So what is something that people can do to support foster parents in their journey?
Pray for them. It's tough work. It really is. It's a work of heart. I think that there just can't be too many people praying for the foster parents to have patience, not get sick, which is like a really big deal. Please pray for our health, the resilience to continue despite the roller coaster of foster care, because it is wild. I think that there's other things that people can do too, like become a foster parent, because there are not enough in the state of Texas. Do what you can. Advocate, pray, send food, send Venmos, send coffee, send good vibes, all of those things.
So those are great tips to help out. But what are some things that we can ask our followers or anyone who comes across this video to help In His Hands specifically?
Yeah, so check out our website. It's inhishands.me. There is a donate page there. We have an Amazon wish list that we update with all of our different needs. There's Venmo and PayPal and Bitcoin. Just share us on Facebook and TikTok and really help spread what the good we're doing here.
All right. Well, thank you very much for your time, Candace. We appreciate it. Everyone, on behalf of Solventas, we are so grateful to partner with you and help you continue all of the great work you're doing and the major positive impact you're having on all of these lives of all the children in your care.
Yes, we are so thankful. Thank you so much for all that you guys have given to us. We absolutely love our transit van, and it's because of you guys that we're able to take up to 20 kids now, and we're able to hit capacity. And so thank you so much for all that you do and being willing to partner with us on all of our little projects and our big projects.